Your best client, the one who pays the most, the one you've worked hardest to keep, is also the one most likely to break your business. Not because they're difficult, because you built your entire operation around serving them personally. And personal service doesn't scale, it consumes until there's nothing left. Stay until the end, because I'm going to show you how your best client relationship became your biggest operational liability and how to fix it without losing the relationship. This is one of the most counterintuitive things I teach operators, and one of the most important. Here's what happens with high-value clients. You win them through exceptional personal attention, through your direct involvement, through the quality that comes from you personally caring about every detail. And it works. They love working with you, they refer others, they expand the engagement, they become your best client, and then the trap closes because now they expect what they got in the beginning. Your personal attention, your direct involvement, your care for every detail, except now you have other clients, other demands, a team that's grown, a business that's more complex, and the expectation that made them your best client is now the expectation that makes serving them unsustainable. So you stretch, you give them more than you should, you deprioritize other things, you protect that relationship at significant personal cost, and you call it good client management. It's not good client management. It's a system failure, a failure to build the infrastructure that delivers the same quality without requiring you personally every single time. If you have a client you're afraid to disappoint, subscribe right now. That fear is the signal. It means the relationship is built on personal heroics instead of systematic delivery. This channel is built to fix exactly that. Now let's talk about how to protect your best client relationships by systematizing them. There are 3 things every high-value client relationship needs to be sustainable. The first is a relationship transfer system, a process for moving the client from depending on you personally to trusting your system. This doesn't happen by announcement, it happens by design. Gradual introduction of team members, consistent communication standards that make the client feel equally well served, whether it's you or your team. Documentation of everything the client values about working with you, so those things are replicated systematically. The second is an expectation management system. What the client expects should be defined by you, not assumed by them. Premium clients will accept a lot if expectations are set clearly from the start. They will accept very little if they feel surprised. The communication cadence, the response times, the escalation path, the way changes are handled, all of it defined, documented, agreed, not left to assumption. The third is a value documentation system, a regular structured summary of what the engagement is delivering, not just what work was done, what value was created, what problems were solved, what results were achieved. Clients who see their value clearly don't question the relationship. They expand it. Relationship transfer, expectation management, value documentation. Build those 3 systems for your most important client and watch the relationship become both stronger and more sustainable. I worked with an operator whose single largest client represented 60% of revenue and required 80% of their time. That's not a client relationship, that's a hostage situation. The operator knew it, the client didn't. We built all 3 systems. The relationship transfer happened over 4 months. Carefully, intentionally, the client barely noticed because the quality didn't drop, the communication didn't drop, the attention to the results didn't drop. What dropped was the operator's personal time commitment from 80% to 20%. The relationship is now 3 years old, still the largest client, still the most profitable, and the operator has a business that doesn't collapse if that client has a bad quarter, because the system serves them, not the operator's personal bandwidth. That's what sustainable looks like. Here's the question: is your best client relationship sustainable at your current growth rate? If you doubled your revenue tomorrow, could you still serve them the way they expect to be served? If the answer is no, you don't have a client problem, You have an infrastructure problem, and the time to fix it is before the growth happens, not after. Build the relationship transfer system, build the expectation management system, build the value documentation system. Your best client should be your most profitable, not your most consuming. The full framework is at patricksystems.com. Free, ready to download. patricksystems.com. And if this explained a relationship dynamic you've felt but never been able to name, subscribe. One layer every week. No client management theory, just infrastructure. See you next week.